Welcome back, folks, to a brand new video on Helldivers 2. I hope everyone is loving the new update and the war bond, as the game is extremely fun to play at the moment. In today's video, we got a ton of leaks to go through. We have 3 player polls, which is live over on Discord, and the major order was bizarre to say the least, plus much more. So hit that like and subscribe button for the future spreading of democracy. Even though we saved the children divers, the major order was a failure. Even though we succeeded in liberating Vernon Wells, Marfark remained with the automatons, and that they kept those dastardly anti-tank mines away from us. And because of that, Super Earth said we were a failure and we didn't get the medals. I do find it interesting though that we keep getting orders and the reward are the mines. These mines are something that I think divers will now intentionally never succeed in ordering if they are the outcome, just for shits and giggles. But for us saving the children in-game, CCO Johan and Arrowhead did something absolutely amazing in the real world. They donated $4,311 to the Save the Children charity, which is just phenomenal to see. Children charities are something close to my heart, as I've done many live stream charities over on my main channel and with other streamers for Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital in London, and seeing this, it just warms the heart and it's just brilliant. We have a brand new major order, divers, to which we need to liberate the following 5 planets. We have 7 days to get this done, and if we have no obstacles thrown into our path, I do think we'll get these done, or so I hope. But with this one by here, this brand new major order, it actually comes up later on in the leaks section, so it goes to show that what we're going to look at after will more than likely come about very, very soon. Over on the Helldivers Discord, we're going to take a look at the 3 polls that Arrowhead have recently put out. The first poll is the same as I think we'll be getting these each month, and that is, what do you think of the Viper Commandos war bond so far? Myself, I think it's okay, and at the moment, out of 22,000 at the time of recording, that is currently the top choice, which I think is a great outcome. The war bond is fun, and I do like the way Arrowhead are currently thinking of doing war bonds like this moving forward. Only a few weapons, but other things they're going to be adding. Obviously patterns, a few more different ways to go about with the game, which I do think is great. The second poll is asking, what do you think of the new patch so far? And as you can see, I think it's great is winning by a huge mile, which it always was going to be. The patch update made a lot of things great and some things fantastic. So obviously, going out there, players are absolutely loving this new outcome because the patch is just, it's made everything feel great again. Now the third poll, it is something a little bit more nuanced and it's more of a preference than helping the game with fixes or brand new items. And that is, which armor perk is your favourite? Mine is always going to be the Scout, which I've used mostly since the start of the game, unless I'm doing the short 12 to 15 minute games where I use the extra padding. But most of the other games, it's the Scout. Now we're going to move on to the leaks segment. Now I do want to shout out Helldivers Leaks Discord, as there's just so much to go through, and without them putting all of this out there, we wouldn't have all of this going out. The first leak is that we are getting a new automaton tank called the Barrager, which looks very intimidating. As you can see, there are a hell of a lot of rockets that will be coming out of this tank towards us, and I cannot wait to see this in game, which may be soon if other leaks are to be trusted. But this tank just looks awesome, and I think we're going to get some pretty tight battles with this one, and I think it's going to upset and possibly just anger a lot of players on the higher difficulties, but I'm all for it. Next, we have some very intriguing leaks, and this is something we've seen in leaks before, and that is, we'll be able to have clans which will be named platoons. This is something that will be incredible when it does arrive in game. We got a ton of info in these leaked texts, so let's take a look. So on this first one, as you can see, we have a load of numbers and code, but we also got transferring platoon info from Super Earth, welcome to the platoon page, which I think it's going to be something completely different, Probably something like when you press square on PlayStation to bring up the war bonds, the store and other things like that. Or this could actually be on the info on the console, where you go in and you want to get stratagems or you want to upgrade your ship. I think this is going to be really cool to see, because it's not just going to be like, oh, we're going to make a platoon, let's do it like this. No, they're going to have a platoon page. And then you can see we got not in a platoon, create a new platoon, join a platoon today, and you got your name, your description, you can edit it, you can select your members, you can even review platoon invites and kick people from platoons. This is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see it, but we do have more regarding it. And as you can see, you got unable to leave, station in transit to location. That one by there is... that one is the one that's got me more like, oh, I'm so excited for this. But also towards the bottom, which we'll get to at the moment. You know, you got hold to leave, you can browse invites, pending invites. But then you see that by there. Platoon station. Platoon orders are available to all members as long as the station is in orbit around the local planet. Now with this one by here, when I've read that, I'm just like, oh my god, if we have a brand new area where we can walk around and interact with other platoons, that would just be game changing and make this game even more immersive. When I read this though, immediately to my mind, I think of the scene from Starship Troopers, where they all get the tattoos before going down to Klendathu. Just imagine that. That would be absolutely incredible. But moving on, in the leaks as well, we got some story bits and also some objective and major orders. Maybe. I say maybe because one of these has actually just come out as the new major order. First of all, we have the following, which is war crimes by the automatons. It's indicating the manufacture of neurotoxin gas, which is in direct and egregious violation of the Geneva rewrites of 2044, second draft, and we have to destroy the automaton war crime and acquire these chemicals for use by our scientists in synthesizing weapons to support the struggle against the organic threats to freedom. Obviously, with this, I can assume we will have a major order where we need to destroy the automatons and steal the chemicals, which could turn out to be a really, really fun order. Now, this next one is not a leak anymore. This has just been confirmed as our latest major order, and that is the Hive Breaker drill objective, where we need to destroy nurseries. Enough said. Now, the next bit of text I absolutely love. And as you can see by there, orbital cannons. This here just, I'm like, oh my god. It's, as you can see, the automatons are using large orbital cannons in this area to bombard our super destroyers. We cannot allow our aerospace superiority to be challenged. Deploy to the area and destroy any active orbital cannons. This mission is going to be a hell of a lot of fun, I can see that right now. Our next part of the leaks is something rather interesting, as it seems like we will be getting different types of clans of enemies. I assume they will be taking over parts of planets, as the text does read light, medium, heavy encampments. Now these do only read Illuminate at this moment in time, but I would suspect we will get these for all enemies, so keep an eye out for them soon, divers. Let us know what you think about this down below, and let's keep spreading that democracy.